It's heartbreaking, isn't it? It's heartbreaking, isn't it? This is the dried, dead body of one of Europe's most exotic birds. This is the body of a hoopoe. Look
at that.
Oh.
So beautiful. The colours there, that orange, that barring. This is not the way you want to see one, though, is it, really?
I mean, we're lucky to see these in the UK from time to time. And, of course, they have bred occasionally. In this part of the world, they're a lot commoner, but they won't be if this happens, because this bird has been illegally killed here in Cyprus. It's been stuck on a limestick, which was abandoned. We'll explain what limesticks are shortly. And it's been there dying of dehydration in the sun and then rotting away because the trapper has abandoned this particular trapping site. And as you'll see in a minute, it's not the only bird that's been killed here in any way, shape or form. We're in Cyprus and we're here to report on the staggering industrial killing of songbirds that takes place here throughout the course of the year, but principally in autumn. Now get this, because this is the first hard fact to swallow, and that is that during the autumn, 500,000 birds are illegally trapped in Cyprus. Most of them blackcaps, those little visitors to your garden, species that breeds
Beautiful
all around
song.
the UK.
Such a treat to see. Yeah, unfortunately, those are the main target species here in Cyprus and across the Mediterranean. It's a big issue. Millions of birds every year die, but these islands are incredibly important. Autumn migration, of course, as birds head off from Europe down to Africa. They need stepping stones to rest, little breaks for their wings. And when they come to land on these islands, well, they expect to maybe refuel a little bit, get something to eat, have a drink, have a rest before they continue their journey. But unfortunately, when they arrive here, what's waiting for them are limesticks and other such traps.
Let me just get this limestick out, because people are going to be wondering what a limestick is. These are not something that we've seen in use in the UK for a long, long time. So this is a piece of olive wood, typically about 60, 80 centimetres long. Max, if you just take the mic a second, just see if I put my fingers on. This one's dried, it's not that sticky, but, they're coated in a solution of sticky glue, which is made out of a plant called the Syrian plum. And they're put in the trees like this, horizontally. And when birds land in these bushes, as Meg said, to get a rest on their migration, they then pitch and land on here. They're completely non-selective. I mean, anything can land on here. I mean, principally they're after songbirds like blackcaps because they eat them. They're trapping these birds for food. They're very valuable. And that's why there's a kind of a mafia involved, large sums of money. But hoopoes get stuck. And look, just down here, this is, equally heartbreaking. I spotted this, which is, again, this is the body of a long-eared owl, okay? And the owl has come because it's probably heard those songbirds, screaming, trying to get off of these sticks. And it's been attracted because it's thinking that there's a potential meal there. And then it gets stuck itself. And again, as you can see, this bird has perished. So in all, about 60 species have been found on these sticks, 60 different species of birds, including species of international conservation concern. It's absolutely heartbreaking. This is a long-eared owl.
A long-eared owl, I know.
And a hoopoo.
There aren't really any words to describe it, are there? I mean, when you see these birds in the wild, there's nothing like the joy that you feel seeing these species in their habitat behaving as they should. And we care for them. We put so much effort in many countries into protecting them. And then, of course, when they leave our, area and go into more dangerous regions, they're just killed in the most atrocious ways. Not respected, not appreciated for what they do and what they bring and what they are.
So listen, we're going to be here for the next 4 days, and we're going to be broadcasting live on the social media platforms on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter and Facebook. And we're going to be telling you all about this and the people who work so hard to put an end to this. Principally, we're going to be working with Committee Against Bird Slaughter, CABS, as we call them, and they've worked tirelessly here over years to try and suppress this illegal hunting. And let's make absolutely no doubt about it. This has been illegal here in Cyprus since 1974, and when they joined the EU, they signed up to all of the protections that are relevant in the European Union, but they're just being flouted. I started coming out here in 2016. You came in 2018. 2017.
Yep.
We've seen progress over a little while, but the reason that we're back here now is that things have got worse again. There's more trapping going on. There's less law enforcement. There's less fines being paid by the trappers. And over the next few days, we're going to be out looking for more of these lime sticks. And we're going to be heading out at night because they use nets to trap the birds as well. And believe it or not, they even shoot them. They're shooting wagtails and pipits and things like that.
I'm trying to shoot a wagtail. I mean, what goes through your mind that you would want?
I don't know.
Anyway, there's no point trying to get in the psychology of the people doing this. But
let's have a look round here, though, Mace. Look, give me the hoopoo. Right, I'll put that down here, and then.
Well, we've got a lot of different birds. I mean, this olive tree here. I mean, it's filled with lots of different lime sticks going all the way back. Yeah, remnants of some poor bird that's been.
That looks like wheat here, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like that ashy browny.
And it's got
the
white
tips
with a black tip. That could
be
wheat
here.
here. I don't know.
Possibly.
It's hard to say when that's all you've got to go on, isn't it?
Got another one up here. I mean, that is particularly hard.
Look. Hold on.
Possibly another wheat ear, perhaps, but it's a very dry. So this has been abandoned for a couple of weeks. This trapping site.
What is that? Could be garden warbler. Could be.
I don't know. It's hard to tell at this point of decomposition.
The body of the bird has been eaten by other predators. It's been scavenged after it's died. But here, look, you can see on this one, look, there's some of that sticky. It's almost like chewing gum, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, the first time I felt lime glue, which this is called, I was not a texture like it. Like, it is almost like a more sticky, more liquid-based gum. And, you know, once you get it on your hand, like, it's nasty stuff. And when it's, like, not as dry as this, obviously bird feathers are so delicate. And the moment even just a few millimetres of their feathers touch this, you know, they're stuck. And then they start to scramble. And when they, you know, really suffer and wriggle around, they get stuck even more. And you can see some birds in some very terrible situations. But there's another one up here. But when you come to these trapping sites, you know, with the CABS team, and, you know, you get birds a trapping site that hasn't been abandoned and birds are living. You see the team delicately pull the birds out. More.
Look, take this one.
Yeah.
I don't know, try and identify that.
God.
There's a challenge for anyone.
That's really hard, actually. I mean, robin, perhaps, the colours there. Oh, we've got a long bit of a longer bill, though.
The sticks here that I can see, Bees.
There's a lot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
9, 10.
10. Oh, there's another one down here.
There's a whole bundle over there as well. Yeah, that
was one that. Yeah. God, look, what's this?
Oh, look at that poor thing.
Oh, God. So we should stress that this is an abandoned site. So what would have typically happened is that once or twice a day, the trapper would have come to these sticks. The birds would have been alive in many instances, and they kill them by pricking the back of their head with a cocktail stick or just breaking their necks, and then they take them away. And they're used for food. They call it Ambelopoulia here. That's actually the name for blackcap, but it's the generic name for the food. So they boil these little birds, and then they serve them beneath a bed of salad leaves because it's illegal to serve them. So they hide them beneath the salad leaves in restaurants. And for a plate of about, 10 or 12, you're looking at somewhere between 60, 80 or 100 euros. They're a sort of a celebratory dish, the sort of thing you might have if you've just got married, you've just got engaged, it's an anniversary of some kind. So they're not a day-to-day sort of staple food. They're very much, a food of a sort of celebratory dish. But of course, it's illegal. There's no doubt about it.
I mean, but historically speaking, you go back into the late 1800s, people were doing this in their gardens to sustain their families. People were going out, your granddad might be out, he might have 1 or 2, maybe 3 lime sticks in the back garden, catching birds to look after people. But at the scale that it's happening today, it's no longer needed, it's not necessary, and it is intensification and a lot of money making of these tiny little songbirds. But it's gone way past that. So the argument of tradition, unfortunately, goes out the window as a bit of an excuse. But historically speaking, that's how it started, as a resource to be used to get through the hard times.
We should say that, of course, when we finish here, we're going to take all of these sticks down, although they've lost their stickiness, and we'll roll them into the soil. So even if they were sticky, they can't be anymore. And then we break them up. And we'll dutifully count them so that we can help cabs with their assessment of how this trapping is continuing and the scale of it too. Let's go around the corner.
Let's have a little look. Well, we've got a whole... There we go. It's a bundle of Limesticks there. We've got 5. We've got the long-eared
covered
feather.
in feathers. Look,
yeah,
all sorts of things in there. Look, there's another bird here. Look at that. I can't even tell what that is. Again, I'd probably go for garden warbler. Looking at the wing, could be whitethroat. Could be not whitethroat. Could be lesser whitethroat. I don't know. It's impossible, isn't it? Oh, it's just so tragic. And when you think in the UK, some of these species are in critical decline. Farmland birds are in critical decline, not just in the UK, but all over Europe. And people go to inordinate lengths to protect them. We spend more than £300 million in the UK feeding birds in our gardens. We sign up to the NGOs, the Wildlife Trust, the RSPB, etc., etc. They work really hard to preserve habitats, set up nature reserves, and then these birds fly over here. And during the course of the year, 500,000 are killed in Cyprus. That's, an estimate. In the Mediterranean basin as a whole, we're looking at every single year, we're looking at 20, maybe more, maybe even 30 million birds being killed. And the hotspots are Lebanon, Syria, Egypt, and Cyprus. It's pretty devastating, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to comprehend those numbers, 20, 30 million. What does that look like? What does that actually mean? It's unimaginable in so many ways. I mean, when you're here on the ground and you see it firsthand, you have so much respect for the cabs team who are out here every season, doing the work, trying to get prosecutions, which is really hard. In recent years, the fines have massively declined. So when you used to get a fine for about €2,000, nowadays about 200. It does depend on the species though. So if it is a protected species, you can get increased fines up in the thousands again. But it's not enough of a deterrent anymore. The kind of protections for these birds and abilities to stop the poachers going out hunting, it seems to be lessening. It increased for a while in 2019, saw a massive decline in this type of hunting, which was really significant and really hopeful. But it's rolled back, unfortunately, or rolling back, I should say. It's desperate.
Look, we're here to raise awareness. We're here to, show support and celebrate the work that Committee Against Bird Slaughter do. There is a link on the screen. You'll be able to find a link. We're fundraising for them as well. They're a very small charity based in Germany, but they attract volunteers from all over the world. Volunteers who come here, go out every night, every day, looking for these traps, reporting them to the authorities, destroying them when necessary. So any support that you can possibly afford to give, hit that donate button, make sure you support cabs. Later on we'll be talking also about the work that BirdLife Cyprus do, but our principal partner on this is the Committee Against Bird Slaughter. And as I say, over the next 4 days we'll be here reporting on not just these Limesticks, but on all of the other... There's a living
look
kestrel.
At that, look at the nice
over.
kestrel.
Thank goodness. It's nice to see a living bird. Just hope it doesn't come down and try and scavenge anything off of these sticks.
It's the thing, isn't it?
That's our plan, and I'm sure at some stage we might find a limestick trapping site with live birds. And I have to tell you that part of the good news is if you get there in time and they're not too badly stuck, we are able to remove them from the lime sticks, and when all the sticks are taken down and destroyed, release those birds. And that's quite a heartening thing, isn't it? We've done that before.
Yeah, there's not a feeling quite like it, when you see a bird in probably one of its most stressful situations that it could ever experience, and you can help prise its feathers very slowly, very gently off a lime stick. Make sure it's nice and clean, and then you have it in your hands. Obviously, you face in the direction off the island. Obviously, you can't really tell where to go. It's going to go where it wants to go. But, just to kind of aim it in that direction, to fly far away and see it go is, wow, it's magic. I mean, it shouldn't have to happen. The bird shouldn't have been stuck in the first place. But, yeah, to know that hopefully that bird is on its way out and safely is going to make it. It's a good
and every night, cabs are going out to the netting sites, and we'll show you that later. We're going to be going out with them at night, and there the birds are caught live in the nets. They're not stuck like this. They're actually easier to remove. And I've been out with them before, and sometimes you get to a net, there's like 10, 15 birds in it, and we're able to put all of those birds in a bag until the nets are taken down and then release them, and playing some small role, in ensuring the future health of those birds and helping them with their, already difficult migration process is something that's really heartening. So do stay tuned to our broadcasts over the next 4 days. Follow us on social media, and if you can afford it, hit that donate button for cabs. They're doing such brilliant work out here, and of course we'll be talking with them and finding out what it's like working in the field. One other thing we should say.
Go on.
Well, sometimes when, we meet the people who are trapping and hunting,
yes,
they're not very friendly.
They're not very friendly. No, they're not very friendly. And there is a chance that we will, well, I think more than a chance, that we will be kind of confronted
they
by...
They don't just shout at you. In the past, as we'll tell you in the future, there's been all sorts of assaults, and people have been beaten up, the cars have been vandalised, all sorts of unpleasant things. On one occasion, one of the volunteers was stripped naked, driven a number of miles away from where they had captured him. They threw away his car keys and left him in the middle of a field, starkers.
In the Cypriot sun. Not great. No. It can get, a bit hairy at times. But, as well as us going along with cabs, you will be coming live with us. So whenever we're out doing things, we are going to be live streaming as much as possible until the batteries run out, or until there's a kind of a natural conclusion. So, it will be at varying different times. Obviously, we're streaming in the UK now, and it's 8:30, I'd imagine, ish. 8:30? I don't know. We're 2 hours ahead. So yeah, just 8:30, 8:40. But sometimes we're going to be streaming at night at unsociable hours. So if you want to get up and watch us live, we'd really appreciate it. But we will be clipping up things as well, so you'll be able to catch up when you do wake up. But obviously, if you want to follow along and come along on the journey, come out as a virtual cabs volunteer, then please do. And in order to get the updates of when we're going to be live and what's going on here in the ground, we have a WhatsApp community channel. So you're able to click the link and you go onto it, and you'll get notified as to when we're going live and what's going on whilst we're here. So it's only for the next 4 days or so that you'll be getting notifications. So we're not going to, completely notify you all the time. But if you want to keep up to date with live updates.
When you're nicking the rosé wine.
Don't you start that now. Don't you start the rosé. No. Are we really doing this?
Before we finish this. Yesterday there was a bottle of rosé, right, and a little bit was left in the bottom of it. It was in the fridge, and it had gone 6 o'clock. I never drink before 6. So, and I went and I thought, just have a little glass of rosé to start the evening. And it was gone.
I'm going to take the microphone away from you now, so you can't talk.
It was gone.
No.
And all fingers in the camp are pointing at Meg.
I absolutely swear I did not touch the rosé. It was not me. The rosé has somehow disappeared. It's the bit of the mystery of our camp at the minute, where the rosé went. No one's admitting to it. I promise, absolutely, it was not me. My eyes are on you. I know how much you like a glass of wine. Okay. Anyway, back onto the subject.
We'll see you later, and we'll be notifying you when we're coming up. And, of course, if we find anything, we'll be broadcasting spontaneously, and we'll let you know. Thank you very much for your attention. Remember, follow us on social media. Hit that donate button. Give whatever you can afford to cabs. They do a brilliant job out here, and we'll be interviewing them, and they'll be telling us a lot more about their work in our next broadcast.
We may be on our way to another site.
We're going to take these. We're going to find them, count them, and try and identify the birds with a little more accuracy. I've got my glasses on. And then we'll destroy this trapping site to make sure that it doesn't catch and kill any more of these beautiful birds.
Yeah, thank you very much. We'll see you very, very shortly.